Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Janie did such a good job. I watched that. It's not something you get sick of. It is something.
You know,
The flashing red anger on the side of my head is so real.
we've seen it. I've seen those waves emanating from your temple.
And then you're all just smiley. And then you say, yeah, exactly. Like a dopey bobblehead, like a marijuana high. And then I do say something with 2 exclamation points and a regular speech thing. And then I come back with red exclamation points. The next one. It's classic.
You say make me increasingly irritating with every passing second.
Are you an exclamation pointer or a marker?
Pointer. I have to think about that.
You got the muffins fucked up, but you got this.
Okay, that's good. Very good.
You're coming along. There's hope for you yet.
I'm held up to so many standards on this show. I can't even keep up.
The exclamation point is the most overused accessory to the alphabet.
I do. I still do. I use it. I've foregone periods in favor. Like if you get an email from me, probably there's at least 5 in there because I want to get your attention.
we have a regular guest whom I love who puts exclamation points, but the thing is, it fits with her because you can actually hear her saying it. Do you know who that might be?
I do know who that might be. I remember early on, Patty and I exchanged some emails, and you were attached to them. And I think we were both just going on and on and both. And you finally jumped in and said, "Jesus, you two, stop!"
Patty is the master, the maestro, the unsurpassed writer of the headache emails. There's just nobody else can touch her. Nobody.
I hope she's composing one to you right now as we speak.
I'm sure she is. She's saying M or F or exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
She should use all caps too. Patty should never take her caps lock off. Ever.
In speech, she doesn't. She's always bringing it.
That's right. Patty, you're walking caps lock.
You said that. I would never say that to her.
We're going to have Miss Caps Lock on tomorrow.
Yes, we are. She got dissed last week when you were screwing around the library. You and Linda were in an argument about something, and you said Linda was wrong again. And
no, Linda, as long as I've worked here, Linda has never been wrong.
No, you should say as long as you've been employed there, you actually don't work. But speaking of not working,
as long as I've occupied space here,
did you get that damn thing fixed? Speaking of not working,
well, we're getting a new one this year. You know, thank you, taxpayers.
What are we supposed to do in the meantime? Just hang on to the movies? Okay, I will.
We do have a few open hours of the day that you can actually walk in.
Nobody actually comes and do that with all the.
That is not the case. Believe me. Oh man, Sunday was
Sunday. That's when I went. I tried to return.
Yeah, that's true. But it was, and actually that was the problem when the temperatures dip, the conveyor belt goes, like that.
Okay, fine reversal. Just remember.
Fine reversal. That's right. Come and check out money at the Cedarburg Public Library. I got some free news for you.
Okay.
I think I do. Hang on.
Wait.
Look, I even got a coffee stand on the news. I was telling the people before you got here, I feel like I'm coming from the bullpen of the Washington Post. Ben Bradley just sent me out for a story.
So you have short sleeve shirts on?
It's nice to be back. So much more coming. Hey, it's not as bad as I dropped my kid off over at the high school this morning, and I saw at least 3 dude bros walking in with flip flops and shorts.
So cool,
so dude,
cool. It's a high price to be cool.
I know.
It's called frostbite.
That's the high price. Yeah, I don't have to worry about my toes anymore because I don't have any.
Right. That'd be the thing. They would be crushed if they lost their toes, because then they couldn't wear flip flops, because it would just flop.
Yes.
There would be no flipping.
I knew we both go for the same dad joke at the same time.
I wonder if there are prosthetic toes for people who need
prosthetic toes.
For people who need flip flops. and Aaron Rodgers.
There we go. That's right. Absolutely. We were discussing you this morning at the coffee shop at the Java. You came up. You came up like yesterday's cheese.
That's what she said. What was the subject?
I think Margot said, "How can you stand
See, that's the level you've sunk to, my daughter." I'm sure the town crier couldn't leapt at that.
He was beaming in the corner.
He practically jumped off, almost moved for you. But if there's anything that's it's an opportunity for a cheap shot. He also said how much he enjoys Little Shirley really enjoys hearing her name. So Little Shirley, and people are starting to call her Little Shirley in person, which is just music to my ears.
That's awesome.
So,
she's a movie career. We got to get her. We got to get her an agent. We got to get little Shirley out there. Get her some tap shoes. A revival of 42nd Street.
we got to get them on. It'd be actually a revival of 41st and Villard. I think that's where one of their apartments was. But,
really? Very nice.
They treated us to some early dating stories of the town crier and Little Shirley.
That'd be great for the broadcast.
It would be. We got to get them on together.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. And you have a huge miscue. It's not even a miscue. It's a Miss QQQ exclamation point. Both John Boy,
yes,
and Mrs. John Boy.
You can do it.
Belkis.
Thank you.
Shared birthdays last week, and you missed them both.
We did.
No, not we. You.
No, we. No,
I tried bringing it up
there. I'm down here.
You kept cutting me off. You just remember that's the way it should be.
Oh boy,
both in Earth and afterlife.
Boy, I work for the best. So.
I had a dream last night of Bill Murray and Caddyshack as Carl when he's hunting the gopher, and he says, "Gopher." I heard him say Trafer. So then I thought of you. So you and Bill Murray.
You're a good Trafer. You're dead Trafer.
That's what I think.
Hey, I should do the news in Carl Spackler's voice this morning. President Joe Biden will give a speech in Georgia. No, President Joe Biden will use a speech in Georgia to endorse changing Senate filibuster rules that have I'd like to change the filibuster rules here on this show, frankly. But
I would too. There should be no more bulldog busters, just jackabusters.
They have stalled voting rights legislation, saying it's time to choose democracy over autocracy. But some civil rights groups won't be there in protest to what they say is administration inaction. Well, now that's ridiculous. Look, I wanted them to do something. They finally did something, but now I'm not going because they were sitting around too crazy people. I don't know. That's all. Tip your waiter. Biden on Tuesday will pay tribute to civil rights battles in the past, visiting Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church, where the late Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. once held forth from the pulpit, and placing a wreath at the crypt of King and his wife, Coretta Scott King, before turning to today's challenge. Biden plans to tell his audience the next few days when these bills come to a vote will mark a turning point in this nation. Will we choose democracy over autocracy, light over shadow, justice over injustice? I know where I stand. I will not yield. I will not flinch. He'll say, according to
no, that sounds like Dr. Seuss
remarks. It does. It absolutely
Who's
does.
a speechwriter, for God's sakes?
Theodore.
Yes. Sonny Boy Seuss. Seuss is
awesome. Yes. White House official previewing such a speech, aka a leaker, the condition of anonymity, a double leaker.
Exclamation point.
Said Biden would voice support for changing the Senate filibuster rules only to ensure the right to vote is defended. A strategy Democrats have been looking to the president to embrace. Filibuster rules require 60 votes to advance most legislation, a threshold Senate Democrats can't meet on their own with their thin 50-50 Senate majority. Republicans unanimously oppose the voting rights measures because Republicans unanimously oppose just about everything. So,
we're conservative.
Whatever it is, I'm against it.
What's the definition of the conservative? Is no change.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. I know. People are always surprised when conservatives don't want to change anything. You're like, let me loan you my dictionary and you can look up the word conservative. I mean, that's kind of like, people say conservatives are trying to dial the country back to 1950. It's like maybe even 40 if they could. They like that
and
kind of stuff.
Liberals are trying to change things again. Look at the definition.
Well, exactly. So, the problem is, again, wouldn't it be lovely if we just had people who are like, okay, I want this. I'm not going to get everything I want, but I'll take a little less, and then you'll give and take, and we'll all. I mean, wouldn't that just what kind of utopia that would be? I mean, it used to be called America, but now we don't do that anymore. So I'm a little sad. I'm
going to read. Have you ever read Alexis de Tocqueville's book on America? That he wrote in 1824.
No,
shame on you. Every American should read that. I mean,
I'll have to see if it's here in our library. I'm sure it is.
The guy,
is there a graphic novel version?
Stephen Pressfield was just talking about him, great author. And what that book, it was one of the books that he loves. And he said, every American should read that book. So I ordered that damn book.
There you go.
He said the stuff that he said still holds true. And for people who want America to be America, they better understand what America is.
Well, right.
And of all things, a Frenchman came and saw it from a different perspective, what the hell was going on here in 1831, when it wasn't exactly. Let's think of everything that's happened since 1831. There were still slaves. There was no women's suffrage. I mean, there was still a lot of shit wrong here.
Oh, totally. Children were probably, cobbling shoes together, I mean,
yeah,
until like midnight.
Right. So there was a lot wrong. There always will be a lot wrong. Nothing can be no utopia unless you're having a special breakfast at the Java House. So
that was utopia.
A medium coffee or tea and a breakfast sandwich.
What a segue! That was the most. Holy cow!
Beautiful for breakfast sandwiches.
You just turned
coffee or tea.
Our founding fathers into a marketing opportunity. I don't believe it.
It's America. This is America.
Ben Franklin, Jefferson, they would all approve.
Ben Franklin and I have the same birthday, by the way.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah. You're both equally fussy, that's for sure.
Fussy?
Yeah, you're fussy. Anyway, before you fuss some more, let's talk about
so far, it's 8:16. You gotten through one news story, and it was about President.
We already guessed today. I made a thicker novel like.
What you didn't even mention at the top what the big deal is today. What's the big deal?
I did mention it in the text, but I have not verbalized it yet. Actually, I did mention it before you got here, I think. But today, what's great is that hot off the press. It's going to be October all over again, folks. You get to see Cedarburg before the snow and cold flew. That's right. We were out there on the pumpkin walk, and we were walking with pumpkins and a camera. So I
can't wait. This edit is so beautiful. It took months to complete. So
no, I just kind of sat on it for a while, and finally, our own Doc,
Bud Lincoln,
Roush, went after this with his Benihana knives and chopped and cut and add a little sesame sauce. It was good. And It plays well. It works. It's a fun sizzle reel. So we will sizzle around 8:40 today. If you can't stand us, but you do love the pumpkin walk, stop back around 8:40.
It is 19 minutes of
19, yeah.
Fun and frolic and unfrozen in the Berg.
It was a cold night, I do recall, actually, but it wasn't this.
Brought to you by Maggie Dobson.
Yep.
The magical maestro of the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce.
Absolutely.
She's wonderful.
Yep. So that's coming up. But until then, let's talk about my namesake. I'm very excited for this story.
Bulldog?
Confetti. We're going back to Georgia. Biden's in the right area. Confetti rain down on Georgia. The Bulldogs.
I thought I'd have to bring this up. I didn't think you'd be. It's football.
I'm on it. Chanting Kirby. They must like video games out there. 4 decades of pent-up emotion were unleashed Monday night as the Bulldogs snapped a frustrating national championship drought by vanquishing their nemesis.
That doesn't say that.
It does say that.
Kirby
gets really flowery sometimes. I like them. They write the news.
Kirby Smart is the coach. That's why.
There we are. Stetson Bennett delivered the biggest throws of his career.
Stetson Bennett.
Great name.
Yeah.
I saw a Western with Stetson Bennett once. Singing Cowboy.
He done grew up out west in California and then ends up at Georgia. How does that happen?
Go east, young man. Go east.
Funny, go southeast. What? No way.
Georgia's defense sealed the sweetest victory in the program history, beating Alabama 33-18 in the college football playoff for the first title in 41 years. That is a drought. I guess I was 9. No, I was 8 when that last happened. I've never been around a group of players that really wanted it so bad and wouldn't be denied. Georgia coach Kirby Smart said, I told the guys in the locker room, just take a picture of this. there's a speech for you. Smart, a Bulldogs defensive back in the mid-90s, returned to his alma mater in 2016 after helping Nick Saban build a dynasty as an assistant at Alabama.
My brother-in-law, Ed, loves to call him Nick Satan.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Georgia has become an elite program under Smart, but has not been able to chase down its Southwestern Conference rival until now. Southwest. I'm sorry. Yes. And this was for all the glory, and we took it. Defensive tackle Jordan Davis said, and they did it the way Alabama has broken their hearts so many times in recent years, coming from behind and finishing with a flourish. So there we go. Another day for Bulldog victory.
Bulldog. That is the cool part is the Bulldog thing. The other thing is the tickets and ratings are down because it's become kind of a Southeastern Conference championship. Teams sometimes Clemson, sometimes Ohio State. So there are probably 4 teams that have played for the national championship in the title game in the last 10 years. And it's just like everybody else kind of goes, we're sick of you.
So the ratings are low.
Yes. Yeah, they used to be better. But anyway, it is great to see Satan lose. And a Bulldog win. You're a winner, Bulldog.
Feeling good today.
You look good.
I wanted it. I took it.
There you go. They bring the Bulldog. They bring their mascot, a live Bulldog.
That is awesome. Why are we doing that in Cedarburg? I know why. Because there's allergies and stop it. Just bring the damn Bulldog.
We should send a pair of your glasses to them to put on the Bulldog.
I'm gonna have him bronzed.
and he wears a short sleeve jersey. So
there we go.
You guys are practically twinning.
Well, they probably have to down there. What is most winters are what in the high 70s? So I think they can get away with that there. But very exciting. Good stuff. We have a little more to talk about here, of course. Starting Saturday, private health insurers will be required to cover up to 8 home COVID-19 tests per month for people on their plans. The Biden administration announced the change Monday as it looks to lower costs and make testing for the virus more convenient amid rising frustrations, not rising infections, frustrations. Maybe they should send an in-home frustration test too.
I had another dream instead of, I was thinking of, how do you pronounce it? Omicron? Is that how you say it?
That is how I've heard it most cited. Yes, Omicron.
You ought to we got to get Terry Sweet to do a song. Instead of Kodachrome, we could do Omicron.
Very nice. We need more Weird Al style songs on this show. I actually was working on a new with Bud Lincoln, working on a new line of tires. Yeah, he's putting out a new line of tires. These are called testosterone tires. These are the tires he's putting out. So hopefully we'll have that commercial. There might be a little animation involved as well. For our new sponsor from Lincoln Co. Inc. Testosterone.
Yo box.
Because you don't want them to deflate.
You're deflating the whole show right now.
That's what I do. Under the new policy, first detailed to the Associated Press, Americans will be able to either purchase home testing kits for free, under their insurance, or submit receipts for the tests for reimbursement. So get testing, people. It's free. A little nervous.
Again, another brilliant plan. So this is what's going to happen.
Okay.
Scarecrow and company say, hey, I know what we can do. Let's
is that nefarious, Jack?
Those insurance companies are making too much money. So we're going to have them cover the cost. They'll never charge that back in inflated rates to the people we're trying to help.
No, insurance companies are, when it comes to ethics and morality, are certainly the pinnacle of what we are doing right now.
Of course, they're right up there with the former board of Newburgh with the ethics.
Hey, they got a bunch of offices turning around this year. They have people are running for council or whatever out there. So.
I'm down on Newburgh. They're running too squeaky clean of a ship.
Lately, I don't know. Yeah,
they righted their ship. Mequon's our only hope.
Help us out, Mequon.
So. But that's what those guys are so insulated. None of them pay insurance. So that's not going to affect them. Well, for life, they get insurance.
They do. They absolutely do. It's interesting because, with all that if there's an action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? So, I mean, you would think the most basic, like the thing you're citing here, of course, is logical. But there's nobody up there to say, excuse me, this might be a bad idea. This could dial back on the consumers.
Yeah, so. Say, don't bother President now. He's fixing to get ready to think about warning somebody about something. So
stuffing it with more straw.
They're going, da, 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 da. That's how we start the day. In the Mario.
Anyway.
Hopefully it's back to Alexis de Tocqueville. Read it.
There we go. We're dialing back to...
those idiots should have to read that book.
They should read a book. You should read something, besides the one that Donnie Boy held up at the church. Hand me a book.
I hate it when you're right.
And, hey, let's turn things over to movies. At the 2020 Oscars, Neon. Am I doing that right? Hang on. Okay, that's right. We're talking about... It's a strange story. Why did I put this together? At the 2020 Oscars, Neon's Parasite grossed $55 million, won 4 awards, and became the first ever Best Picture to win for a non-English language film, which was quite impressive. 3 weeks later, theaters shut down. So that's what we get for giving one of the foreign movies.
That's right.
Academy Award. Parasite looked like
a fox in the hen house.
I tell you. Oh boy.
As I say in Georgia.
Parasite looked like the green shoot in the transition of a specialized ecosystem. By breaking out of the declining base of older upscale viewers for foreign language releases, it offered hope that younger viewers would support acclaimed and cinematically inventive films in theaters. That's not what happened. In 2021, overall domestic grosses dropped 61% compared to 2019. Specialized movies dropped more than 70% with a 5.3% share of overall ticket sales. So at least we're all, everyone's suffering the same. So basically the story was interesting to me this morning because we're talking about what are we going to do for specialized films in a market that seems to mostly prefer people in spandex with capes. So, where's it all going? Is it heading to just streaming? So it's kind of interesting. COVID placed an asterisk on all box office charts, but home viewing is another. Elevated home revenues supplemented all of these titles, with most offered soon after release on premium VOD, video on demand. So during Oscar season, Nomadland, The Father, Minari, and Particularly Promising Young Woman, that was a very good movie, by the way, were strong premium VOD performers. And premium VOD basically means you're paying a huge chunk of money. Yeah. So it's like $20 to watch it at home. Still better than a theatrical experience in some ways. If you have multiple people in your living room, invite the neighbors over. We'll save money.
There goes the social distancing.
Hey, right.
Helpful. We'll make a killing, literally.
Exactly. So, with extended home viewing lives, these films could still see decent returns. We just don't know. So basically, this is an interesting story about like underscoring the fact that Hollywood has everything's been turned up on its head, and they have no idea what to do. So it's an interesting time. I was talking to my collaborator last night, and we were working out some story beats, and it was like, I don't know, this is either the best time to get into this or the worst time to get into this. I can't tell, because there's no, in the old days, we were talking about how, like, in the old days, a screenwriter wrote a script, you sent it out, you got representation, you got an agent, they sold the script to a studio, you got your check, a director made the movie, and like 8 months later, people went to see it or didn't. If they saw it, you got a chance to do it again, probably. If they didn't, you'd have to claw your way to get a chance to do it again. That's the most basic system, and that just doesn't exist anymore. And it's because of things like that where you just don't know. So it's weird. I don't know. Stay tuned.
Doesn't matter. You can't affect that. That doesn't.
No,
nothing affects you. Whatever the system is, you still have to. You got to do it.
We did it. we did. We got our pages done last night. We were happy.
All right. So when's it coming out?
Indeed. Well, we have a really good game plan this year. We're actually doing 6 scripts, which would be our biggest output year ever. So, but we have actually a plan. We've never really had a plan before. We just got through stuff at the wall, and we're like, "That my shtick." So it's basically a month of pre-writing, a month of writing, a month of pre. We're not going to have finished drafts at the end of the year, but we'll have 6 first drafts at the end of the year. So that's pretty exciting. Because then we can just take those and.
Why don't you do? I got a new plan for you.
Oh no, here we go. Here to blow everything up, Jack.
Instead of doing 6 drafts,
yep,
do 3 and get final drafts done.
Well, but that final thing is funny
final.
Because you don't. That's such a wiggly
final to presentation.
Yeah, I mean.
Because what are you going to do at the end of the year? You'll have 6 unfinished drafts.
Right. No, we'll have 6 finished first drafts. And what's great about that is we've learned over 25 years of abject failure that that it's better to have something written than not written. So say we have concepts and log lines galore. We have so many. I mean, we'll never finish. Not in this lifetime will we finish them. So we just are plucking, the ones we like the most at this time that we're most excited about. And it's better to have something that's just, if it's just a synopsis, you can't do much with that. But at least if it's a script, even if it's a bad script, that's something you can work with and do something with. So it's more factory line approach. We're going to have pages that we can manipulate and dialogue and scene descriptions that we can manipulate now. And we've never done this before. That's the thing. This part we've always had okay, we did one script this year and we have a finished draft, but we don't like it or it still needs work. And, so it's more like, buying more scratch off tickets. How's that? When you're going for the lottery,
those people never win.
What's that?
Those people never win.
I see them win all the time up at Quick Trip. $6, $8.
More tickets.
More tickets. Exactly.
The system pays the one lucky small.
So yeah. So it'll be nice to have finished material that we can then manipulate, and we might get lucky. That first draft might be closer to a final draft. We don't know. You just hope for the best. And
I'm certainly a proponent of getting more done, but your ultimate goal is to get a movie done, right?
For this stuff, mostly a sale. This is stuff we're sending out west or sending it to wherever the filmmaking hub happens to be.
That's right.
Maybe Georgia, maybe New York.
So that's your ultimate goal. So what do you have to do to get it say you get 6 first drafts done.
Yep.
What happens next? Before
we would assess those drafts and be like, okay, which one do we feel the best about, and then attack that one. And
do you share those with anybody else? Do you have readers whom you trust or not?
I have a few. I don't trust, but no, I have some people on the take. You might be one of them.
Well, it just helps. It's amazing because I going through my manuscript recently with some fresh eyes that aren't mine is amazing.
No, it's great. No, it's the best thing.
People see things, and at first you're like, no,
I know.
I'm not changing anything.
I know
because it's perfect. Well, it's not really perfect. You just don't want to fix it.
But you're bringing up a good point though, and that's that also helps. I'm already a little better than I was where you are for many years, and I'm less so now because the more I do it and the more you get that kind of criticism, the easier it is to take.
Right.
And it's just like, okay,
exactly right. That's why I'm asking you if you got people whom you trust to read through it and get you feedback. Because
we have one target in mind, a big one, and that's we actually have a paid reader, which they always say, you shouldn't do that, but this guy's good. I mean, and I have a little bit of rapport with him already, so maybe he'll knock a few dollars off his.
That's a problem. I already think he's shaky if he's got rapport.
No, but I mean, he's cool because he's our age. And he's in the biz, and it's like that's rare because a big thing going on for us now, less so for what you're doing, but for us is ageism. If you're over 30, it's actually real. I mean, it's not even a matter of it's not an intentional thing. They don't get up every morning and say let's screw over a bunch of geezers, But it's like they just they want to look at writers that they can sustain for a long period of time, and if you're if you're 50, they're like, this person might need extra hand holding just to get across the street. So,
you know how old Norm MacLean was when he got his first book published, and River Runs.
River Runs Through It.
It's not a novel; it's a novella with 2 other short stories in the book.
Was he in the 70s?
In the 70s,
yeah, absolutely.
And it's a beautiful written book.
It's very good.
I'm rereading it again.
Made a good movie too.
Yes, it did make a good movie, and it's very narratable, not irritable like you, narrativable. The narrator always sounds great. Whomever reads it was Redford in the movie.
Yeah,
but the thing that the ageism existed then too. The one publisher rejected his book because it had trees in it. In the story.
Well, I'd be like, I can cut a few of those down if you want. We'll get a chapter on logging. Feel better? Lord. Yeah. The other in Hollywood has one of those too. Again, it's few and far between and rare, but The King's Speech was written by a guy in his, which was a big Academy Award winner and great movie. And I think he was in his late 60s. So he had written for television, for BBC television for a while, but it's a Hollywood breakthrough. So it can happen. I think that's why, again, it feels like a good time to get into it because Hollywood's been so upended. Yep. I mean, that their old processes maybe they'll stop,
Nope.
Try something new. So try something new with something old. Right. So we'll see how that goes. But that's another reason we're trying to really churn the material out. It's like, you think we're too old to pay to play, huh? So I feel like Robert Redford with a with a battery on my shoulder here. So
that's Robert Conrad.
Not Redford, Robert Conrad.
Yes,
too many Roberts this morning. We're coming up on 8:40. That's about the time that I'll spin our movie. You got anything you want to cram in here in the last 5 minutes?
Yes, of course.
Start cramming.
It's 8:35. You would get your part over. A couple things. Rotary, of which I'm the Cedarburg Grafton Rotary, is hosting a logo design contest for the Rotary Ride. So, if you know any aspiring artists, Bulldog, who might
a couple in my house,
who might want to enter, the event is held May 21st. However, the deadline.
Yes.
Is first of all, go to cedarburggraftonrotary.com to see all of the rules and blah, blah, blah. I think it's this weekend. Is
the deadline's this weekend?
Yeah. The winner of the contest will be used on posters, signs, the registration website, T-shirts, and an ad to promote the event. The winner of the contest will receive a $100 cash award and a photo op that will be submitted to local media and posted online.
Nice.
All participants in the contest will receive a confirmation of volunteer service.
Oh, very cool.
For 2 hours of community service. Our friend Sydney Pettit from Rotary is really the driving force behind the entire thing. And I want to see.
Very cool.
I want to get, what the hell? I'm trying to find when we'll go to that website, but I believe, all entries must be submitted by Saturday. So this Saturday, which is the 15th, I believe, you got to get it in to cindypettit@gmail.com. Again, you can, it's in today's news graphic. There's an article about it, but also just go to Cedarburg Grafton Rotary.
I think I got it. Hang tight.
Is that right? .com?
That is. It's a weird site. It's actually.
It is.
Well, it's portalclubrunner.ca. What happened there? Come on, guys.
Club Runner is, Rotary is an international thing. So
sure. Oh, and so like that's your okay.
Yeah. But
there we go. And then I don't see on here the
Rotary Ride there.
Rotary Ride, there we go. And the logo contest right there. Cool. Excellent. cindypettit@gmail.com.
The theme for this year, so you just don't start designing without a theme,
doodling,
is protecting the environment.
Nice.
The student's design should incorporate the event name Rotary Ride, cycling to serve in the design. So
very good. Cool.
I'm
looking at the executives and directors, and I'm not seeing your name anywhere here.
No. Right.
Come on.
I'm a grunt.
Okay. Have you ever been a non-grunt? Have you ever been on this roster?
No.
Your time will come, sir.
No, it won't. Because that's how, when they ask me, I say no.
Okay.
And if they want to keep getting the writing and design stuff done, no.
I understand.
There's an immediate past president right there. Keep going up a little bit.
Sorry. Immediate past.
Linda, how do you pronounce that last name?
Pirshala.
Pirshala.
Yes,
Pirshala.
she is my
some hot chick. Pirshala. Oh, she
may be the immediate past president, but she's my current boss. So,
and the secretary is Meadleham. She gets around.
Very good
in a good way.
I see the treasurer is a man who's also very library related here, Mr. Dick Diefenbach, also known to tear tickets sometimes up at the Rivoli, which we'll see in a moment.
He's like an all-time ticket terror.
Yes. So we talked to Gail. Didn't we talk to Gail on the show once?
Yes, of course. They were on for the ride, I believe.
Absolutely.
Actually, last year, Leighton Olson, whose name should never be uttered in public or in private. Yeah.
Thought you two were getting along now.
Yeah, that's good for us.
It's good for all of us.
Yes. See, good thing I brung this thing. Now it's almost time to start the movie.
Yeah, we can start a few minutes late. That's okay. What else you got?
I got Illuminate Ozaki, the drive-through holiday light show, named a winner by, they didn't name it. It was voted by the peeps who went through, but just a couple things on that. That's at Zoiner Park.
Yeah.
Welcome 1,604 vehicles.
That's impressive.
Throughout the 12 nights.
That's a traffic jam.
It's the second year. Yeah. The support they received, they got a lot of money for it, which is all going to charity, which is all good. And the winner was visitors voted Honey Creek Orchard as a holiday design champion. Honey Creek Orchard's plot featured a one-of-a-kind light-up apple orchard that incorporated red apple ornaments, an antique farm stand truck, and white holiday birch trees. They get to, as winners, they get to select the local nonprofit that gets $250. And instead of giving it all to one, they decided to give 10 Ozaki nonprofits $25 each.
Very cool.
Yeah. So there's that. That's a good thing. To the not so good, next week there was to be a concert at the Cedarburg Performing Arts Center, of which I'm on the board of that one. So there, take that, Bulldog. And the performers have COVID. So canceled, is going to have to be rescheduled, much like the Cedarburg Cultural Center, called off the Bluebird Cafe until the Kodachrome gets under a little bit.
Uses those nice bright colors.
Yeah, but it's important. There will be more concerts coming, and also for the time being, they're going to require masks. Before it was recommended, now it's going to be required
at the CPAC.
Yep.
Oh, very good. Excellent.
The next one is in February. The next show is next scheduled show is in February.
Gotcha.
By which time, remember, I have on good authority that the whole virus thing is going to be down by the end of January. So
this is your prediction.
Nothing. Oh, I've told you this.
Well, yeah, you tell me a lot of things. I'm like a sieve when it comes to you.
Many of which you're not smart enough to listen to.
Panning for gold here.
Hopefully. And today is Natural Arkansas Day.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So what should we do for that? What do you recommend?
Did you know that Arkansas is the natural state?
Yes, I did know that.
You liar.
I knew that from Trivial Pursuit.
Have you ever been to Arkansas?
No. No.
Me neither.
No.
It's the quartz crystal capital of the world, and over half the state is forested, and over 1 million acres in Ozark National Forest.
Right.
But this is the funniest part to me about Arkansas is when they first became a state in 1836, but how to pronounce the name of the 25th state was up for debate.
Uh-oh. Time for a filibuster.
Was it Arkansas or Arkansas?
Oh, boy.
The issue was settled in 1881 when their state General Assembly passed a concurrent resolution, number 4. It stated the name would be pronounced Arkansas, even though they spell it Arkansas.
And if you feel better, we'll take you behind the woodshed.
That's right. They have they left marks on their hearts and minds from the legendary Johnny Cash. I didn't know he was born there. Scott Joplin. But Hemingway and Maya Angelou found a home at some time in their life in Arkansas. So they're not saying they're really scraping, because if they can't say they're from there, they spend some time here once, like maybe a long weekend at a B&B, at an Airbnb.
Tourists with a typewriter.
That's right.
Is that where Deliverance went down, or was that Georgia? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Watch that again. Yeah, they were building up a dam and changing the direction of the river or whatever. So the 4 boys decided to go on a little canoeing trip. Oops.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go the way they thought it would.
Yeah. Poor Ned Beatty.
Oh yeah. Poor Ronnie Cox. He's the one. I've watched that scene a million times where he's the guy who's kind of a pacifist, who's like, because they, Burt Reynolds sends an arrow through one of the good old boys, and they're just going to leave the body. He's the moral, ethical one who's like, we can't do that. We have to tell someone. We have to, And interestingly enough, when they're paddling, and he loses that argument, and as they're paddling downriver, his body pitches forward and he dies. But they never tell you how he could have been shot. It's a real mysterious thing how they handle that, and that's always bothered me for like how it's to the point where I would actually started a Facebook group called "How Did Ronnie Cox Die in Deliverance?" Let's debate this.
You started a face group about that?
I did not, but I would if I had the time.
Not a Facebook group, a face group.
A face group, yeah. We should. I think we've got the next social network, a face group. This is how it starts. Zuckerberg and the Winklevoss twins and all that,
And since you're a Trafer, we can change it to Meta instead of Meta.
Oh yes, Meta. Oh, boy, lovely. All right, as they say in television, roll it, Lester. Let's get this movie going.
Right. But Patty Galoon Hansen, with an exclamation point, will be here,
all caps,
tomorrow.
Jewelry,
fashion, and exclamation points.
Absolutely. That's her. We're gonna let this video run. When it's done, so's the show. So you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Little Shirley.
Time for Little Shirley. This video brought to you by Little Shirley.
Little Shirley.
All right. See you tomorrow, folks. Here's the Pumpkin Walk 2021. I hope. Here we go. Roll it, Lester.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Pumpkin Walk of what year is it? 2021. We're right downtown Cedarburg, like in the downtown of the downtown, and this place is in effing sane. This is great. Let's catch some people on the pumpkin walk. What do you say? We are with the person behind all this madness and the madness behind us, which is the Harry Potter Film Festival, which people are going crazy for.
It is going well. It's really fun.
What do you think of everything you're doing is paying off big time?
Well,
What do you have to say about that?
the intent of everything that we do at the Chamber is to support the business community in Cedarburg. And this type of event, when you see people everywhere, stores can be open or closed. If you're walking up and down Washington Avenue, people watch and see what is in those windows. So anything like this is an awesome opportunity to engage with customers who are current or future or old or new. So
and multiple
great.
generations.
Tons of people.
I've
yes.
seen a lot of kids, parents, and grandparents too.
Yeah,
so
it's a really fun event.
If you have a business here, you'd really be missing out not to have something going on, and a lot of them do.
Yeah, it's the pumpkin walk is one of my favorite Cedarburg things we do. It is always on Halloween night. So it's always October 31st, which confuses people sometimes when they say, well, why is it on a Sunday? It's like, because it's Halloween. So it's one of those just vintage, fun, nostalgic Cedarburg events that I think if you plucked this scene and put it in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, it looks the same. And I think it's really fun. Maybe a little bit modern costumes, but it's good.
Still, you said plucked, right?
Plucked.
With a P? Okay. Just check.
Skip that too.
Just checking. Well, you're busy as hell, but you're doing a hell of a job. You're the best director since last year. I'll tell you.
Well, yeah.
No. This is great, and this is like I thought it would be busy down here, but I didn't expect. It's organized mayhem.
Yeah.
It's not like a festival, where people are everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
people are.
we don't close the street. We have people who often ask if we can close the street, and that's not the intent of this event. This isn't a shopping event. This isn't an event where you're trying to go inside the stores necessarily. It's just really a community engagement. So having people everywhere kind of takes away from the feel of it, I think. So
There you go.
It's just one of those fun Cedarburg things.
It is. It really takes the strong points of Cedarburg and accents them. It's just perfect. Really.
I agree.
Wonderful.
I agree. And you can't beat today's weather.
You can't. For Halloween, this is it.
It's all makeup, and it's all like making us feel better from our 7 inches of snow 2 years ago. So it's payback.
It's payback, big time.
The Halloween gods were watching us.
All right, everybody in the world, you should all know how lucky we are here in Cedarburg to have a creative, plucky director of the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce, Maggie Dobson. Take it away, Meg. Thanks a lot. We appreciate your time.
Thanks to you guys very much for coming.
You bet. How you doing? Oh, that is so cute. And your ears aren't bad either. You're Tigger.
Thank you. Yes, I'm Tigger.
How you like the pumpkin walk so far?
This is so fun. I love that the businesses got together for this.
It's very cool. I've never seen this many kids running around in a good way.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody if they're thinking about coming down or not?
Oh, definitely. We've gotten some really good goodies, like Lakeside Cookies had, what they have, cotton candy.
Yeah.
And everyone's just in the holiday spirits.
They are.
Right?
It's like a lead into Christmas or something.
Yes, exactly. Getting ready for all the fun holidays.
And you got yourself quite a little package to have there.
Yes.
You're doing a good job.
My other Pooh Bear's hibernating.
Oh my God, he's almost as big as you are.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. Thanks a lot for taking a few minutes.
Of course, thank
Happy
you.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I'm Jack Henke with the Jack Henke Show. It's an online video show. And you look spectacular, sir.
Thank you.
Does everybody say you look like the main man from Harry Potter often? Is that your real hair?
It is my real hair.
Excellent. Very cool. And you're here with a whole crew. What do you like about the pumpkin walk?
Oh, it's amazing! Just the participation of all the businesses here in Cedarburg. The way they just, we love this community, and you can see it on nights like tonight.
Man.
where everyone's out.
All ages, generations together, like you and yourself. You got quite a crew, so it's great. But a lot of great costumes, and everybody's just a great mood, don't you think?
Absolutely.
It's very cool. What would you say to somebody who's considering coming down to the pumpkin walk in future years?
Oh, it's worth it. You should definitely come down
And do a costume. Try
and
make
dress
it
up. That's right. You got to participate.
Dude, would you please? All right. Thanks very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
My head's a little smaller, but not much. What do you think?
I can't tell the difference.
We're like twins.
Where does Jack end and it begin?
This is beautiful.
Refused at last.
We're doing a video for an online TV station. Would you like to be on? We'd love to interview you, Mr. Grinch. What do you say? It's for the Jack Henke Show. I'm Jack.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Grinch. You got both holidays tied up in one. This is beautiful, man.
Yep.
And as a man, I don't know for sure if man or woman. Doesn't matter. We're unisex here. What do you think of the pumpkin walk?
It's awesome. We come down here every year, and it's always a good event.
Excellent, and everybody's into it. Are you related to this person here?
I am. It's my son.
Oh, cool. And how's he liking it?
I think he loves it. Do you love it, Eli?
You having fun? Yeah.
What do you like best?
Candy.
Good man. Good answer. Well, thanks a lot. Have a great night. Appreciate you stopping and talking.
Absolutely.
See ya. Same to you. I'm Jack Henke with the Jack Henke Show.
Yes, hi Jack.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How
And
are you?
You're the one who started all the trouble about Strawberry Fest. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What do you think of the pumpkin walk?
Oh, I think it's lovely. It's a beautiful night, and everybody's out having a lot of fun.
It is Halloween weather.
It
isn't
is. It's perfect.
Is it? What do you think of the turnout? For goodness'
Oh,
sake.
it's lovely. But pumpkin walk always turns out a lot of people, whether the weather is good or bad. It is always.
Can't go wrong with the pumpkin walk.
That's right. Exactly.
Well, thanks for taking a minute.
Happy Halloween.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't know, this is for your TV show, is it?
It is. You're on. You're on candid camera, and you are trapped.
I'm trapped. I can't go anyplace.
What's going on in here? Has it been busy?
We're packed.
We're packed.
Packed.
What the hell? Did I hear someone just ask about spaghetti westerns
Yeah, you did.
on Halloween night? What next?
The good is the bad and the ugly. You get the new Ghostbusters.
The new Ghostbusters.
Starring Jack Henke.
No, that's the ghoul, the bad and the ugly, as Jeff would say. How's the Harry Potter Film Festival going over?
This is the first time I've done it, but yeah, here.
I feel like we're in a movie.
It is. Everything you need to know and more. All right.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool you guys stopped by.
Is there a single event in Cedarburg that you don't volunteer for? That's my big question for you.
The radio show.
We're looking for you.
That's why we had to wait till you were cornered. We got you trapped.
Have fun tonight.
All right. We're here with the big cheese of the Cedarburg Art Museum. And Pam, what do you think of this event going on tonight?
I just think it's so fascinating to get people out in our beautiful community and enjoying Cedarburg and seeing everybody out in their costumes, families. It's just a tremendous event.
This is you guys are pretty scary here. Are any kids freaked out when they come out here? Or are they just brave and come
There
on
were
in?
a few people who were a little scared with some of us witches, but we tried to make sure that they knew we were friendly witches. So yes,
You're good witches.
Yes, we're the good witches.
It's very cool. Do you have something going on inside too, or is it just the outside?
Just the outside this year, but we do have our the original owners have come back as vampires.
Oh, excellent.
And they are in the window to welcome everybody to the museum this year. So please go and see them.
We will. What else is going on at the Art Museum coming up that you'd like to talk about?
I think the one thing we're so excited about is we are publishing a book on the history of Wisconsin art. It covers 13,000 years of art in the area.
Just 13,000?
Just 13,000. It's 7 chapters. It was 5 years of research and writing, and it's going to be coming out this winter. So really looking forward to getting that out to the community.
It'll be a great keepsake for anybody who's ever been in Cedarburg, wants to know more about the art and connection, because it's such an artist community.
It is an artist community, absolutely.
How long has the Art Museum been here? It hasn't been all that long.
It's been here since the building was acquired in 2012, and it was turned into a museum in 2013.
It's like a mainstay and has been ever since you opened.
It's like the home of Cedarburg.
That's right.
So yes, it's the home of Cedarburg.
You're doing a great job. Keep it going.
Well, thank you. I'm enjoying it. So thank you so much for stopping by, and please come back and see us again next year.
We will. And in the meantime, when the book is ready, we'd like to have you on as a guest. We're going to a daily format in the morning. So
okay, very
we'd like
good.
to have you on.
We would love to have. We would love that. We will
Excellent.
definitely reach out, Jack.
Excellent.
Okay, great.
Good to
Thank
see
you so
Happy
much.
Halloween to you.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Jack Henke with the Jack Henke Show on the Public Library, Facebook, and radio. And what's your name, ma'am? I understand
Doreen
you're the
Worth.
Doreen. I understand you're the creative wizard behind this.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a children's book that I fell in love with because it's kind of quirky. And I thought this would be great for Halloween for the kids to read and go through. So I constructed all these.
How long did it take you to set everything
2
up?
months. 2 months to make, and then setting up took me 2 days.
Oh my God!
But it was fun.
Oh, well, I hope so. That's
great fun.
so elaborate. I can't believe it. It's fantastic.
Great fun. These are welded, and I learned on YouTube how to weld. So it was an experience, a learning experience for me also.
So you liked the book, but you decided to put it up and let the kids come and enjoy themselves.
Yes.
Oh man, that's just great. It's you're making Cedarburg what it really is all about.
Right.
Inclusive and fun.
I love to make the kids happy.
Did you do anything for Christmas as well? What do you got cooked up for Christmas?
Christmas I don't do.
Okay, well,
I take off on Christmas.
well, you should. You should take off till March, and then start recranking. This is very cool. I love the idea of the book and the theme and everything.
Right.
Very cool. Well,
fun.
what would you say to people who aren't familiar with the pumpkin walk or your setup? What do you like about it?
I like the fact that everybody comes out and you can go up and down the streets and look at all the pumpkin carvings. They're beautiful. I mean, it's just such a festive, fun time.
Yeah, we were just saying with another guest that 4 generations are here together. You know, there's grandparents with the parents and the kids. You know, it's very cool.
Cousins are all together. It brings family together.
Yeah, it sure does.
Right.
In a spooky, fun way.
Right.
Well, very cool. It's a pleasure. I'm going to congratulate you. This is spectacular.
Thank you.
You're really cool.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Man. And the welding on top of it.
I know. I decided I have a new respect for welders.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I don't think I'd do it again. But I learned it.
Once is enough.
Right. Once is
Well,
enough.
very cool. Well, it sure paid off. You got a must-see place. This is for sure.
Thank you.
So cool. Well, thanks very much for taking a few minutes. And enjoy all the accolades. You deserve them.
I will. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
I'm here with Batman, as everyone knows, one of the stars of Halloween. He's handing out candy. Batman, what do you think of the whole pumpkin walk idea?
It's wonderful. Just wish it was a little warmer.
Yeah,
it's cold away from the bat cave.
I mean, with this event, Cedarburg runs again. We had the Scary Bloody Mary, which I know you were a very integral part of last week, and this week it's the kids' turn.
It is. It's wonderful. It's great seeing a lot of good costumes out here.
Very cool. Well, thanks a lot for taking a minute. I know you've got your bat duty.
I got it right here.
There you go. Yeah. Jack expelled from Hogwarts.
I have house scars.
We're delighted to be part of this.
I think Cedarburg's brightest star is here, John Armrooster. He's here. An injury that would keep most people in bed is not going to stop him from coming out here and spreading the good cheer. What do you think of the pumpkin walk, John?
Oh, I think it's great. They had a real good turnout, and it was cold and windy, but wow, what a turnout.
It's great Halloween weather. The wind seems to add an element of...
Right. Well, when they're out trick-or-treating with their gloves on and their winter hats, but it's been a good night.
Excellent.
And we just saw Batman go by, so that's good.
That's a good night. So what do you say to people who are, I don't know if there's a pumpkin walk worth coming down for?
It definitely is. It's just very exciting, and this is separate than your other trick-or-treating. It's just a walk down Washington Avenue, a walk in the path, so to speak, just in the downtown area.
Yeah, it's great. You wouldn't expect it as much like Cedarburg. You think of Christmas and the holidays,
correct?
But Thanksgiving,
This has turned into a big event.
It
the
has.
last couple of years, it's been a great event.
Yeah.
So we're delighted with that.
What do you think about Cedarburg, John? That makes it so special to so many people. What is it?
Well, I just think part of it is the history, and I think even when you look at other communities, we have one of the nicest downtowns, and a lot of other communities in the area don't really have a vibrant downtown, and that makes a big difference.
It's a great walking town, walking city. It really is. Very cool. All right, well, what do you got planned for the holidays? Anything big?
No, just keep on going and doing what we've been doing for the last 130 years. So It's worked so far.
Eventually, you'll hit on a winning formula.
Right,
just keep
right,
trying.
you know,
130, and you got time.
One of these times, yeah. No, it's
always
been good.
It's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for taking a few minutes. All right.
Always a pleasure. Take care, you guys.
We're doing an internet TV and radio show, Jack Henke show. You see?
I know what it is. Yeah.
All right, you're all right. So what do you have going on here?
We're just giving out candy for the kids, letting them go on the engine.
They get to go inside?
Yeah, if they want to.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
At the end, we'll give them the chainsaws and the axes to play with. We'll see.
Excellent. Very cool.
Yeah.
You got it all handled. Yeah. See the rescue squad in action?
Yeah, exactly right. Give us something to do.
What do you say? What's the pumpkin walk? What is it that draws so many people, you think?
I think it's fun. They get to go to all the businesses, dress up, just walk downtown. I wish they'd close the street, though. Like if they can close the street and the kids can actually walk in the street and have a lot more room.
Yep.
That'd be awesome. It's just cool for downtown,
Yeah, it's very cool. I can't believe how many people are here.
Every year. I think it's getting busier and busier, yeah.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
You have kids, right?
2.
Down here? Are they down here?
They were. They came at 5. They're smart.
They got the good candy.
Yeah, they're already home.
Very cool. Well, thanks for taking a few minutes.
No
I know you're
problem.
busy. Thanks. You do a lot for Cedarburg. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. No problem.
Right.
Have a
Take
good
care.
night.
You too. Here I am with the creative drive behind the Lakeside Cookie Company. What's your name?
Sue.
Sue. And your husband here is also involved?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's all right.
I love him.
You need a better agent.
He's my financial backer. He also does the dishes, so I keep them around.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So,
The sugar daddy. And you thought I was joking.
well, we've heard tremendous things about the cookies. People up and down the street saying you're doing a great job. And we also have one of our regulars on the show is Lisa from the Java House, and she raves about the partnership you have going with her.
Yeah.
So you're doing a wonderful job, and you do something for the community as well. Don't you do like a give back or something?
Well, we're involved with Mel's Charities.
Oh, excellent.
And so we do cookies for Mel's that have his brand on them and his logo.
Yep.
And we do them for different events and stuff. And we've had a lot of fun. We've met some really great people in the community.
Ross and Andy and his whole crew.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're regulars on the show as well.
Oh, I didn't know
we're
that.
right here.
That's awesome.
We're right here in Cedarburg, so we talked to a lot of local people.
Awesome.
How long have you been in here?
Just over a year. We opened October 15th of last year.
Shut up! It seems like you've been here forever. You're an institution.
We're just that good.
Oh, modest too, which
I'm
I
very
like.
modest.
What would you say to people? And cute. All right.
And covered in cotton candy at the moment.
That doesn't hurt. That adds to the appeal. What would you say to people who are thinking about coming to Cedarburg for the pumpkin walk or the holidays coming up? What is it about Cedarburg that makes it so special?
We live in an amazing community. The way that people rally around our community and the small businesses, and it's just amazing. Our community is, there's no place better.
It's a beautiful environment, but the people are what make the difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very cool. All right, you gearing up for the holidays? It's kind of sometimes a big cookie season, I hear.
It is the biggest time
It's
of
the
the year.
biggest?
So I don't sleep between now and like Valentine's Day.
Okay, so this is the last time anyone will see you until then.
At least
Besides
showered.
your sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Well, great. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and we'd like to have you on as a guest on the show.
Oh, I'd love to.
Coming up. We're going to an everyday format, 8 to 9 a.m. So, do you have a card or something that I could
Yeah,
get?
down at the register I'll grab
Okay.
you one.
All right, great. Because then we'll get in touch with you. I'd like to have you on the show as well.
Yeah,
But thanks for
awesome.
taking a few minutes. I know you're busy.
Yeah, for sure. It was nice meeting you,
Nice
Jeff.
to meet you.